Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? Um, just want to share a testimony with everybody, kind of encourage you to the ones that hate me. I love you anyway. The ones that love me, I love you too. Um, I had um, I had checked the mail in probably about a week or so, something like that, and I probably don't keep up with mail like I should. And I got the mail, and it was time for my tag thing to be done. And I was like, wow, I ain't gonna lie, I was spending money on some of that stereo equipment, some of that GPS stuff and all that, and cameras, and I didn't even really save a lot. Just paid kind of my bills ahead, and for 6 months or so, um, and I was like, wow, how am I gonna get the money? Well, I said, well, Lord, I'm gonna go out here, or I'm gonna go over there, or I'm gonna go here. He said, go to Food Line right here in Stedman. I thought, wow, Lord. I said, I said, Lord, there's a lot of people around, around this area that probably don't think highly of me, in their religious ways. And listen, when I say church people, I mean your Pharisees, scribes, Sadducees. I don't mean everybody that sits in church is bad. What I mean, you'll have followers of Christ and you'll have your religious people. Paul was one of the religious people at all. Paul said he didn't want to be religious no more. He didn't want to be religious. So I went over to the Food Line and I was like, Lord, I don't want to be here. God, ain't nobody going to stop. People's riding by talking junk, hollering out the window and stuff like that, And I'm like, oh, Lord, what you got me here? I said, man, I could have went out to the mall. I could have went to Fort Bragg. I could have went out here and there. And a sweet lady pulls up, and she bought a shirt, and she had never met her before. It's the first time. She don't go to church, but she loves the Lord. And we sit there and talked, and then she left, and I was sitting there, and I was like, wow, it's getting late in the afternoon. On my tax paper, or the tags and all that, it said like $106 what it was going to cost. And I was like, wow. That's going to be a lot of dollar bills and $5 bills and change. But you know what, Lord? I'm going to go there where you said. So I'm sitting there. Every once in a while I look up to him and I said, Lord, why you got me here? I could have been somewhere else. I could have been here. I could have been there. And all of a sudden this rebath man pulls up from, I think he said it was Smithfield, but he works for the rebath out of Raleigh. And, we were talking, and he was talking about how, the last couple of years he just really, turned the volume up, started following Christ more. And we was just talking, and he was filling me out. And it was about time for him to go and stuff like that. And I said, man, you want a shirt? He said, yeah. He said, how much are this? I said, $10. I said, if you ain't got it on you, don't worry about it. Just catch me next time down the road or something. I just gave him the shirt. And he said, okay, I'll see you later. Well, he pulls off. And I could see about 25 foot out. And after that, everything gets kind of blurry. And pretty bad. And I seen him pull off, and I said, okay. I'm standing there waiting some more. Well, actually, now he pulls up beside me in the truck there. And he got out, and he handed me some money. Well, I didn't look at it when he handed it to me. You know what I mean? I just put it in my pocket, and I said bye to him. And went and got some gas, with that 20 I had. And when I got home, I took all my papers and stuff out of my out of the pocket and all that. And I looked. He gave me $100. I was like, really, Lord? Now, I needed $106. Well, that lady gave me 10. She told me to keep the other 10. She just bought one shirt. And she had 20. And then he gave me $100 bill. So I had enough. And I was sitting there thinking, Lord, I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be sitting right here where these people are. I could have been somewhere else and maybe wanted to see me. And he was like, he says, Anthony, I got you right where I want you, buddy. Don't you know that by now? He says, I got you right where I want you. Now, I was looking at all the people in the neighborhood around here in Stedman, all of them on Facebook to beat me up, to talk about me. You know, I was looking for all them ones that were going to rap, and they would have run by talking junk to me. And then the Lord brought a man from Raleigh down here. He got off the intersection or something, and went in there and got him something to drink at the store and stuff like that. And then he said he'd sit across the parking lot and watch me for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, probably. I'm not sure how long. And then he pulled over there, and then I gave him the shirt, and I said, man, don't worry about it. If you ain't got it, I'll see you next time. You'll see me again. And I think if I would have asked for $10, I think he would have brought me back $10. But I said, don't worry about it, man. I'll get you next time. You'll see me again. If you see me one time, you're going to see me again. Because all of a sudden, God's something to bring you across your path. And to the people that don't like me, when you see me and you don't like, maybe it's what I say, you're denying Christ for me going out winning souls. You might not like me, but there's other people out there that need to see me. You might not agree with everything, but there's other people out there that need to see me every day. And you're not going to get out there, and then you don't help me, and then the Lord's going to ask you. You sit in church and you say, God, use me. I put one man out there that he might not line up to y'all's laws, but he's got a heart like David. He's got a heart like mine. And y'all denied him because he didn't say everything right, done everything right. Y'all denied me from using him to win somebody to Christ. I'm sorry that he didn't say everything right. And I'm sorry that he ain't perfect. And I'm so sorry that y'all are so righteous and perfect that you're talking about me. I got a comment from one of my friends on Facebook about some of these girls that was blowing me up on Facebook. He said, dude, it's amazing that girl's blowing you up on Facebook. I remember not too long ago, a few years ago, we were partying, drinking. It wouldn't take 30 minutes. She's butt naked running around in the house. She's on Facebook telling me how to do something for Jesus. Now, I would say she's been forgiven, and I have too. But look here, honey. Be glad that God's got me out there. I want y'all to pray for me. I want y'all to wait. Even if y'all don't like how I say or do, just know people's getting touched. Like I said, I passed out 500 business cards in 2 weeks. Your pastor couldn't do that. Your prophet couldn't do it. Your bishop couldn't do that. You still got cards that y'all can't even get rid of. You just try to pass away, just get rid of them. I can't keep enough business cards. See what I mean? And no, everybody that pulls over and gets a card or something, they don't give me money. And it's just God sends his certain few. Like that guy today. Now, I could have went up to the Fort Bragg like I wanted to. I could have went to Spring Lake, or I could have went to Yadkin Road, or I could have went somewhere I thought that I was going to hit it. But the Lord says, Anthony, do you not trust my voice now? I'm telling you to go here, and now you're going to go there? Who's doing this? Go there and sit there and wait and watch. I looked up a couple times in the sky and said, Lord, I tell you what, I'm just want to go out there. I wish I could just reach to heaven sometime and knock you out, you know what I mean? Why do you got me here? There's nobody going to stop. He says, Anthony, I'll send the 1-2 people, however many it's going to be needed for you to get what you got, if you'll just listen to my voice. And after he done all that to me, I just wish I had a shovel. I'd have went out there and dug my hole, stuck my head in the ground, and just said, Lord, little faith I have, Father. As much as you've showed me, as much as I've seen over these years, I still question sometimes, are you ever going to let me down? And he says, son, you're just growing and you're just tapping into the faith that I've had the whole time for you. The whole 10 years you've been saved, you just now tapping into a little bit of it. You ain't even got the full nectar of it. You ain't even got none of it yet. You can't even handle all. I just got to give you a little bit of time, let you see it. So if I would have went anywhere else, and I'd have done like Anthony wanted to. But the Lord says, Anthony, you sit right here. You wave at these people that don't like you. When they go by and talk junk to you, don't say nothing. Just wave at them. And it happened just like that. They talk junk, rode by, flip me off and all that. Don't be, whatever it said about your wife, don't be stalking her or something like that. Dude, they wasn't there stalking. It was a sign I put up on a pole. I have never hurt her. I have never hit her. I have never threatened her. I have never put my hands on her or nothing like that. I watched my daddy beat the hell out of my mama in the front yard when I was 8 years old. And there ain't a lot of promises I kept to God, but that's one I kept. I wouldn't be the one. So my ex can never say that I hit her, touched her, threatened her, or anything like that, because I have never done nothing like that. I might have smoked crack, I might have sold everything in the house, but I never threatened her. So to people that say, you know, I'm stalking her, I don't have to stalk her. I got too much to do out there now, you know what I mean? So it's just amazing how these people that go to church will ride by and throw stuff out there, and they won't stop and tell me to their face. They'll just ride by me. They ain't got enough balls to pull over there where I'm at to say anything. You know what I mean? But I ride by and say something out of the thing. And so I just, hey, what an awesome testimony there. I got enough that I could get my thing in the morning, get that straightened out, and then I'll be ready to go again. Now I'm glad I didn't go out of town nowhere or something. God, I'm glad I couldn't go to Dunn or Benson or something, and they would have ran my tags and all that, and that sticker would have been. I mean, I probably got a show up for court as long as I bring my stuff then. It'd been all right. But I just want to say, Lord said, Anthony, stay right here. I don't care how many people around here don't like you. You go over here and you do what I say. I said, Lord, there's more people out there that ain't seen me. He said, are you going to sit right here? I said, yes, sir. I sit there all day long too, y'all, and I was just shaking my head. I said, Lord, I tell you what, I'm getting mad. He's just laughing the whole time. I reckon the whole time that guy was sitting out there in the parking lot, you know, I can't see way out far. I reckon he was sitting over there watching me or something like that. And I said, oh, God, Lord. He says, Anthony, you tell them people that that are jealous because I'm using you and you're not perfect, just let them know you ain't got to be perfect to do anything for me. You ain't got to be smart enough to do anything for me. He said, Anthony, the reason I can use you, you're not smart enough to figure it out, but you're just crazy enough to do what I say. He should have childlike faith. God Almighty, I'm believing like my little boy did when he laid hands on my eyes. You got to think, if he didn't want you to hear my voice, and he didn't want you to hear what's going on out here in the world, I would have never been healed from being blind. I'd be living in a group home right now. Somebody be wiping my butt, taking showers and all that. He let all that happen to let you know. And let you know he is who he is. He's as real as you're going to find out there. You won't find another man that'll go out there every day and do what I do. And I give God the praise. Because this is what I've been through and who I am now. And I wouldn't go back and change one thing. I wouldn't go back and say, I wish I could change that and I change that. No, Lord, it has been ordained from the Lord from the time of the beginning. This is his story. I'm just in my little groove now, knowing I ain't figured it out, but just holding on, you know what I mean? Jesus, I don't know how this boat's going to work, but I'm going to have faith in you. So, just want to let y'all know, you're not going to get the blessing sitting at the house. But if you'll get out there and praise him out there, he will bring people across your path eventually when he wants you to have something. So just give God praise. Thanks to that gentleman that done that today. That was awesome. God bless you, sir. The lady that stopped, thank y'all. And the ones that went by and prayed for, and the ones that are home that are praying for me. I want all y'all to be praying for me. If you can't come out there and do what I do, just pray for me. You know what I mean? It's a shame that this or that you won't help me because you don't like me. But you don't understand. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to win the souls out there. So if I had perked your denomination, I had perked your church, what do you think Jesus would do when he come back? Do y'all know y'all wouldn't let Paul preach nowhere in Fayetteville? Do you know Paul got away from all them? Paul said, I'm gone. I heard 3 years. I heard Les Frederick say 7 years. He just went out 7 years and was gone, just bouncing around. Mark would come every once in a while. Peter bounced every once in a while. But Paul didn't hang around them. Paul said, I ain't got time to sit around with y'all's laws, y'all legalists, y'all sitting in there. I'm fixing to go take this out to the world. And then that vision come to Paul, and then Paul just went off, you know what I mean? And that's kind of the same thing I had, like a road to Damascus experience that radically set me on fire. Somebody, the rebirth guy, they, man, you're like John the Baptist. If I ain't heard that one time, I ain't heard that 500 times or 1,000 times, you know what I mean? Really. I've heard, if I ain't heard that one time, I've heard it 1,000 times. And I just tell that guy, like I tell everybody else out here now, see, this, it won't Elijah, it won't John the Baptist, and it ain't Anthony Hobbs. He said, what do you mean? I said, it's the spirit that dwelt in Elijah, the spirit dwelt in John the Baptist, and the spirit dwelt in me. Do y'all know that Paul had people that followed Paul, and John the Baptist had people that followed John the Baptist, and, you know, and each one of them had their different crowds that went, you know, each of them. Some like the more tradition, you know, Paul was more radical. John the Baptist was wide open, you know what I mean? He just letting you know he's coming back. And I think that's kind of how God uses me. It's the same spirit that John had when he was warning them who Jesus was and what all that. And now he's sending me back out to say, hey, I'm coming again. Don't think I used John the Baptist then. I ain't going to use that crazy boy. That boy's just as crazy as John the Baptist. But it won't be in the crazy. It was the zeal and the Holy Spirit that dwelt in us, that we all have access to tap into. We all have the same ability of faith, power, all in His name. In all these churches, and He says, when my word goes forward, signs and wonders will follow my name, and we're not. It's a shame that the world looks at me, something ex-crackhead, child molest, all this stuff happened to me when I was young, and all this, and now he'll take something no good and sorry and put out there and say, look what I'll do. He ain't perfect, but look at him. He ain't saying he's holy and walking on water, but look at him. He ain't going to sit around and wait till he gets self-perfect to go out there and do anything. You'll never do nothing for him. You just got to go out there and say, Lord, this is who I am, but use me. Because it won't be you that He uses. He'll just be a piece of bait that He's got you out there dangling off that line to win somebody to Christ. Well, anyway, God bless y'all. Talk to you soon.